Tonight, a deadly house fire in our eastern suburbs. 3 men killed in a horror crash down south. Why organised crime is investigating. A man's giant leap from space to Earth. And a Western Derby to kick off season 2013.
This is 9 News with Greg Pearce.
Good evening. Police are investigating the discovery of a man's body after a house fire in Cloverdale. Neighbours reported hearing an explosion moments before the flames took hold.
In just seconds, this Cloverdale home is completely gutted.
Oh my God.
Flames engulf the single-storey property as black smoke billows into the sky.
3 men have been killed after their car hit a tree and rolled in our southwest. It happened at Mumballup, more than 220 kilometres south of Perth. In a twist, the organised crime squad is investigating the crash after drug-making equipment was found in the boot of the car. The president of the Kingsley Football Club has defended a man photographed urinating near the site of the Sari Club bombing in Bali. It was taken just hours after a minute's silence was held there last Friday.
These boys were traumatised by watching 7 of their mates blown away, and there's no way they would urinate on that site. They would piddle in their pants before they would urinate on that site.
Keith Pearce says the man was urinating in the alley next to the site. A young Perth father has been carjacked by the man he was taking for a test drive in his Holden utility. Matthew Broadhurst advertised the ute on Gumtree and planned to use money from the sale to fund his wedding. Lawyers fear innocent people could be mistaken for pedophiles under the government's new sex offender register. The website went live today, allowing residents to search for sex offenders in their neighbourhood. And there's been a new development in one of WA's most shocking sex crime cases. The teenage torture victim of pedophiles Robbie Wheeler and Victor Urquhart, who's now in his 20s, has had a breakthrough in his fight for compensation, a payout of $117,000. Cecile O'Connor, what can you tell us?
Well, Greg, the victim of this horrific sexual abuse has, after 7 years, received an ex gratia payment from the state government.
Residents and firefighters are meeting in Albany tonight to demand answers over the devastating blaze that left 2 DEC firefighters with horrific burns. A 45-year-old woman is still in a critical condition with burns to 80% of her body. Her 24-year-old colleague is stable.
My heart goes out to the staff, and so I'm keeping a watching brief, and I'll probably go and see them during the week.
Authorities say the fire is suspicious. Our Prime Minister has made a flying visit to Afghanistan, hoping to boost morale amongst our troops. Julia Gillard also asked for an assurance from the country's president that everything is being done to prevent insider attacks on Aussie soldiers. It may have only been a small step for mankind, but it was a giant leap into the record books for skydiver Felix Baumgartner. The 43-year-old leapt from the edge of space, breaking the sound barrier on his way down. Coming up next, an Aussie power couple calls it quits. Plus our special report on FIFO workers. Could your family cope? And the Space Shuttle Endeavour finally arrives home. You're watching 9 News. A Perth businessman says Great Eastern Highway roadworks are to blame for his financial collapse. The Indian restaurant owner says customers stopped coming in when construction started 15 months ago. He's now $140,000 in the red and is being evicted.
Whoever is responsible, I don't know, help me to hang on over there.
The roadworks are due to finish by the end of next year. To the CMC Markets Finance report, and the market closed flat with weakness among resources-linked stocks and quiet trading conditions. The All Ords fell and the Aussie dollar was slightly down, as was gold. Unleaded petrol goes for an average price of $1.42.6 tomorrow. There are 55,000 West Aussies employed as fly-in, fly-out workers in our mining industry, but it's a lifestyle that's not for everyone. Simone Luca investigates the pros and cons of being a FIFO family.